Need some help finding some edge in the prop market? Check out the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app, your one-stop shop for all the information you need to place smarter bets. Gain insights into player history, projections, and trends, along with sportsbook odds. You can even compare the lines across multiple sportsbooks using our prop finder. Get the edge with PropsAI today at LineStarApp.com and take your prop betting game to the next level. Good luck, and as always, bet responsibly. Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 3 NFL player prop bets for Wild Card Weekend. Oh, gotta add the super in there. Super Wild Card Weekend alongside Tyler Wiemann. I am Shannon Sommerville. Not only do we have our top 3 player prop bets from the Los Angeles Rams game going up against the Detroit Lions, we'll also have your anytime touchdown calls as well, so make sure to stay tuned to those. If you are watching us right now on YouTube, do us a huge favor. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, comment below. Comment also enters you into the prop bets contest. If we go 3 for 3 on our props, one randomly selected commenter will win $60. Gotta be in it to win it. Tyler, this is my favorite game of the weekend, Sunday night game. We got the Rams going up against the Lions. It's a revenge game for Jared Goff, who's going up against the team that traded him away a few years ago. Of course, Stafford coming from the Lions. It's just you couldn't have written a better script for this game. Are you excited for this game?
Yeah, this is definitely one of the more exciting games of the weekend as far as, amount of offense that's going to be there and storylines.
Yeah. So. Detroit Lions 3-point favorites in this one, but I'll tell you what, Tyler, a team that I would not want to be facing in the playoffs is the Los Angeles Rams. They've been coming on of late. That offense is clicking, and it looks scary right now. This is the highest game total of the week so far. We're looking for a lot of offense, so I'm really excited about the props in this one. Because, I like my overs. You know this about me.
Mm-hmm.
And, all right, so all of our props are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and CHALKBOARD. If you don't have those apps, download them. Use the promo code LineStar for up to $100 of your first deposit match. And the tool that we're using is the PropsAI tool. You guys can check that out as well. It's at LineStarApp.com. Basically, it compares LineStar's projections to what's out there in the sports books. So it's a really good tool. It's like a one-stop shop for all your research needs. You can check out how they've done the last 5, the last 10 games, how they match up. It's a great tool. It also helps for daily fantasy as well. If you guys are playing in DFS, make sure to check that out. It's got lineup optimizer, all the tools you need to help dominate in DFS and prop betting. LineStarApp.com is where you can check that out. All right, let's get into our top props for this Lions-Rams game, Sunday night action, starting things off with Matthew Stafford over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's minus 140. And averaging 1.6 per game. Stafford's gone over that 1.5 mark 5 of the last 6 games. As I mentioned, the Rams offense has been coming on strong lately and going up against Detroit, giving up a lot of touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks, and that defense, especially the secondaries, looked a little shaky. Tyler, what's your assessment of this line for Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, the weakness of this Detroit offense or defense is absolutely their secondary. Teams have been going off against them. Wide receivers have been going nuts. The Rams have a couple very good wide receivers. And on the year, they've been averaging 1.6 or allowing 1.6 touchdowns per game. So I think it's a great spot for for Stafford to go nuts.
And even though his average on the season is 1.6, I feel like the fact that he's been over the 5 of the last 6 games, it's more of a reflection of that offense finally being healthy. We've got Cooper Kupp back up to full strength. Also, Matthew Stafford himself finally healthy again. And so when that unit is all healthy, you got Puka Nacua out there as well. He's had an unbelievable rookie season, which, Tyler, I do need to credit you for week 1 of the NFL season, taking the over on Puka Nacua receiving yards in this one. I thought you might pull it back up here just for old time's sake in the playoffs, but we are going to have, each of us are going to have a pick for our prop bet. Are you going to go with Puka Nacua for, sentimental reasons? Where are you headed for the prop bet?
I'm not, because I wanted to change it up a little bit, but I like Puka and Kupp, but Kupp's line is a little bit lower than Puka, so I get why you might have went there.
So where are you headed for your prop pick for this?
All right, for my prop, I am going with Amon-Ra St. Brown over 87.5 receiving yards. Our LineStar projections 91. He's averaging 4.7. He's been over in 11 of 16 games. And I don't think this Rams defense scares me whatsoever. Wide receiver ones have just been torching them as of late. So, I mean, Darius Slayton, 106,
Yeah.
Olave, 123, McLaurin, 141, OBJ, 97. The list goes on. Wide receiver ones have done really good, and they haven't even seen an Amon-Ra St. Brown. Chris Olave is very good, but I would say Brown's slightly better.
Yeah, I agree. He's had an unbelievable season this year. And this game total is so high. We're expecting a lot of offense in this one. Love Amon-Ra St. Brown in his spot against this younger Rams secondary. I like the spot there. I'm also going to a pretty good wide receiver, Cooper Kupp. I got to take the Rams wide receiver, especially in the playoffs. He has been so clutch for the Rams in the playoffs. If you remember that Super Bowl run a couple years ago, he was so crucial. Over 69.5 receiving yards. That's where the line is right now. And in fact, if you look at LineStar's projection, 83.4, so significant edge there for us. Kupp's averaging 61.4 receiving yards per game this season, and he's only gone over that line at 69.5, 4 of 12 games. But this is Cooper Kupp in the playoffs we're talking about. Remember back in 2021, he was averaging 119.5 receiving yards per game in the playoffs. He's going up against a Detroit Lions secondary that's been beat up lately. They're 23rd in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams' wide receiver ones. In fact, 8 of the last 9 wide receiver ones they've faced have cleared that line. I mean, Justin Jefferson had 192. While I don't think Cooper Kupp, I know he's been a little bit hit or miss this season. I think this is a hit this time against the Lions in this one. I expect Stafford to Kupp, that connection to be firing on all cylinders in the playoffs in this one. Watch out for him, like the over here on Cooper Kupp. Can't really go wrong with him, right? Like, I feel like we're going to start to see some of that old vintage that we saw back when they won the Super Bowl in 2021. What do you think there?
Yeah, I mean, I love Kupp in this game. I like Nakua also. The only issue with these guys is that there's 2 of them,
Yes.
so
Now we got
they
Puka.
both can hit, but it's a little harder for both to hit. But yes, Kupp looks great. He's in a great spot, and him and Stafford have great rapport.
If you would like to tail our picks, you can do so on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard. Again, use those apps. Use the promo code LineStar when you download them, and you can get up to $100 of your first deposit match. Got to throw that in there. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. It also helps us out in terms of the YouTube algorithm to get us a couple more views, because we do a lot of research on the show and give out our free picks, so we got to keep it rolling here. Do us a huge favor. Also, we'll give out $60 if we hit all 3, which I'm super excited about, which is what the winnings would be on the ticket that we are submitting ourselves on Underdog Fantasy. So make sure to comment below. Also, if you have some other picks that you think we should be considering, let us know in the comments, because we're always anxious to hear what you guys have come up with in terms of the props. Again, use that PropsAI tool, LineStar App. It'll help you out tremendously in all your research for that. All right, now it is time for anytime touchdown calls. Tyler, where are you headed for a touchdown in this Rams-Lions game? Highest game total of the week.
I have to go back to Amon-Ra St. Brown plus 110. Can't believe you're getting plus 110 on him for a touchdown when there's no Laporta. He has 10 touchdowns on the year. Sun God is unstoppable, and the Rams have been absolutely smoked by wide receiver ones. They're allowing 0.9 touchdowns per game to the wide receiver.
Yeah, St. Brown, that's a really good bet. You took him for over on receiving yards, and I took Cooper Kupp over on receiving yards, and that is where I am headed for my touchdown call. Cooper Kupp plus 100 or even money for a touchdown. He's had a touchdown in 4 of the last 5 games. And when we look back at the playoff run back in 2021, he had 6 touchdowns in 4 playoff games. Stafford loves to find Kupp when he's under pressure. I expect him to do so against the Detroit Lions defense that's 23rd in pass defense DVOA versus opposing teams wide receiver 1. Also, Detroit is 29th in opponent red zone scoring percentage. Just can't seem to keep their opponents out of the end zone. I expect Cooper Kupp to find it in this high-scoring affair. At least that's what the odds makers are anticipating in this one. Do you anticipate a high-scoring affair as well, Tyler?
Yeah, I do. I think that the Lions have, a lot of trouble stopping the passing game, and the Rams is not one you want to, have trouble stopping. So we know the Lions can put up points. I think both teams are going to come out aggressive, knowing they need to score, and that just helps the high scoring game.
All right, so the Lions are 3-point home favorites in this one. Where are you headed in terms of a side?
I'm gonna go Rams. I'm going with the
Yeah.
dog.
We're so in line on these playoff picks, Tyler. I also am feeling the Rams, and I just like
I,
the Rams right
I
now. They're a very hot team, and certainly one I would not want to be facing. And the Detroit Lions defense worries me a little bit. Also, Jared Goff, I don't know. What do you think? Is he going to take it to his old team, or will he? I don't know. But he is playing at home, a place that he does very well. So that is why I hesitate a little bit when I do make my Rams pick, even though I am still going with the Rams. You know, I got to go Matthew Stafford. Tyler, I am a Georgia Bulldog
I
at heart, and as we know, he's a former
I
Georgia
get that
Bulldog,
one.
so I can't
I
go against him there.
do have to inform you, I have flip-flopped on the Browns, though. I think Texans win.
Okay, this is breaking news here. Tyler has flip flopped
Yeah,
his pick.
yeah.
So you are. Do you want to elaborate on what made you change your mind?
Uh, the more and more I've thought about how much worse the Browns are on the road, 5 of their 6 losses have come on the road. Their defense is much worse on the road, and I don't know if you just want to have that lapse in defense against CJ Stroud and this Texans offense. They've been able to put points up against anybody, and if that defense lags a little bit, that's my worry.
You know what I came across today? It's funny you mentioned that because I was going through, the opponent, going through touchdown calls, right? I'm looking up opponent red zone scoring, the list on that. You know who ranks dead last in opponent red zone scoring? The Cleveland Browns. And it made
Is it
me feel
Browns?
like, ooh,
Oh,
okay. That's a little
yeah.
nerve wracking. And I also have PTSD from the Ohio State game in the playoff game against Georgia when he was with Ohio State. And really, honestly, as a Georgia fan, they should have won that game. It came down to a missed kick, and it was just kind of heartbreaking for CJ Stroud. But I will remember what a gamer this guy is. So you can never count out CJ Stroud. He's had an unbelievable rookie season, so I don't hate the pick, Tyler. And once I saw the Cleveland was dead last in opponent red zone scoring, I was like, ooh, didn't see that stat before I gave out my Browns pick, but I'll stick with the Cleveland Browns. Defense wins championships. Let's go. We're going to get Stefanski to scheme up something good against CJ Stroud. I'll stick with it.
All
So
right.
the one game that we are at odds on, we'll keep it at that one for
Yes.
right now. But for right now, we're both in agreement on the Rams. Again, if you haven't already, comment below. Let us know where you're headed this weekend, what your bets are, best bets for the weekend. And also check out our other videos. We're doing a breakdown of each game with our top 3 props and touchdown calls to help you guys out. Hopefully that helps out. I know it's a little bit different of a formula that we've been doing over the past couple of weeks. We decided to break it down game by game so we can give you as much information on each game as possible. So hopefully that helps you guys out. If it does, let us know in the comments. Good luck, everyone. I'm so looking forward to this game. Enjoy it. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck.